Hey, let me tell you about the time I was orbiting the Earth at 58,000 feet, hurtling at Mach 2.2 and didn't know it. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. So it was the first time I flew the Concorde. I flew it twice. The first time, I'm so excited. I've heard this thing goes, Mach, faster than the speed of sound, breaks Mach 2. I want to do a prosperity thing. So I decide I'm going to take the Concorde to London, do some shopping, get some bespoke custom-made shoes done at Lobs of London, spend the weekend, and then come home on the round, the return trip, where you arrive in New York 2 hours before you left, due to it's either something to do with time zones or else I was traveling through time like Michael J. Fox. I'm not sure which. So I'm up there. The first flight where we're going there, I'm kind of waiting for something to happen. The sonic boom. But I don't hear that because I was at the front of the plane, and you only hear that if you're behind the engines. But I didn't know that. So we're going along, and I'm like, well, let me go use the lavatory. So I go to the lab, and I'm walking by, people are sipping champagne and eating strawberries dipped in chocolate was what they were serving at the thing. And I'm walking back, and I happen to notice, oh, on the front wall of the cabin, there's a speedometer of how fast the plane is going. And the plane was going Mach 2.2. And I'm just walking to the lab and back, and people are sipping their champagne, and I'm thinking, like, it's gonna be like I don't know what. Um, but it reminds me of something. If you ever talk to a tier one operator, SEAL team ranger, or somebody like that, you'll always hear them say, "Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast." If you practice reloading the ammo in your gun, your rifle, or your pistol, and you do it slow and you do it smooth, then when you really need it to count and you need to do it fast, you'll be doing it smooth, and smooth is fast. And I think there's a really important lesson for our business here, which is how smooth you run your distributorship, how smooth you approach it. This is why I'm always about systems and frameworks, because when you have a framework, it allows you to just take the next step. Uh, People always say, how do you speak on platform? You have 10,000 people and you're not worried about what you're going to say next. Well, because a couple of reasons. Number one, I don't memorize my talks. If you memorize a talk, you can forget the talk, you can panic. But if you have a framework, if you have an outline, like I have a framework, okay, what is the topic? What I've determined, what is the most important outcome for my audience in this particular talk? And then I think of just stories and anecdotes or case studies, examples that can make the point. Like, what did I do as I prepared this training for you? I looked at, okay, what would be a good story to anchor the point? And I thought, I know what. I remember when I took the Concorde and was going Mach 2.2, and I didn't even realize it, because slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So this, in our profession, this is about having the systems, having the culture. Culture eats tactics for breakfast every day of the week. So one of the most important cultures you ever set up, and you've heard me berate you with this a million times, is setting up an active recruiting culture, where we don't wait for some candidate to say, oh, I hate my boss and I never get a raise and my job is so crappy. No, we're proactively out there meeting people, making connections, and then recognizing when it would be a good opportunity to give them an invitation to look at what you've got. And so that means you have a list. No, means you know how to work a candidate list. It's organic. It's a living, breathing thing. And it means you know how to invite. When the time is right, you can make a compelling invitation to get someone to look at an external source tool. A catalog, a booklet, a brochure, a intrigue video, and Facebook Live, a Zoom online streaming of your opportunity presentation, whatever the case may be. But it's not just that, it's creating that culture so that everyone in your team does that. So that everyone in your team has a funnel with a steady stream of candidates always working their way down through the funnel. And that comes by your calendaring, how you schedule your week, and more importantly, how you build in this concept of scheduling your week in your new distributor orientation, creating the culture. So people know every week there needs to be an hour there where they have blocked off time, or 40 minutes, whatever the slot is, where they have blocked off time just for making invitations. That's a system. It's a culture. This is what everyone does. This is the thing when you introduce someone in the business, you let them know, here's how we work with our team. And when you do that, amazing things happen. So don't be obsessing all this week about the tactics. Look for the culture and ask yourself, okay, what can I do to strengthen the culture in my team of active instead of passive recruiting? All right, go on and have an amazing week. I love you guys. Peace.